Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another movie review. Now, to be honest, I can't even believe I'm reviewing this film because I have got to be honest. Whenever I name my top 5 films that I've disliked the most of all time, the first film of this franchise absolutely is on that list. And I just, for some odd reason, when I saw that there was a sequel, saw it on Netflix, I was like, oh, there's no way I'm watching that. No way. After the first one, no way. And then I eventually just needed something to watch. And then I seen somebody in it that I like. I'm a fan of Frank Grillo. So I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. And I didn't hate it as much as I hated the first one. And then when I saw that a third one was coming out, I was like, no way. But here we are, and this movie is Skylines. So Skylines spelled regular, or sometimes you may see the E turned into a 3. So Skyline 3 essentially is the third film of this franchise, and I just cannot believe that they're here. I can't believe it. After the first one, I can't even believe it. I literally, legitimately disliked the first one so much. So many problems with it that I just cannot believe that there's a third film here. And I'm instantly say that this may be one of the few franchises that I enjoyed better the more they made. Because I guess because the first one's the bar is so low, it's easily to do better. I mean, there was no way they could have did worse. So initially that's what I thought. But watch the second one, I didn't hate myself too bad. And then this one I was like, okay. There's things I definitely like about it, and there's things that is just right on par with what I would expect with this. So essentially, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But I got to be honest, going into this one, I had low expectations, but I did have, I had a slightly enjoyable time in watching this. I got to start off by starting with Lindsey Morgan, who's the lead here of this film, who plays Rose. I think she just does a really good job. She's a total badass, and I think that she definitely has action star appeal, because what the film does really good is everything that pertains to action and sci-fi. When it comes down to just basic movie structure, there are things I don't like. I mean, like, to be honest, like the script, I gotta think, well, it could be the script or it could just be the acting. I'm not sure, but that's just here nor there. If you're not looking for that, then who cares? But like, it's not particularly good at all. Like, it's just really kind of mediocre. Like, I feel like here's my thing about with action, and especially when it pertains to certain plots. You're looking for a certain level of certain heightenancy of or an urgency in certain predicament. It's always a plot. It's always something that you have to overcome. And I felt like even at the highest, most purest point of danger in this film, that everything was still really mellow. And you know, it's hard to really get invested into the characters when you don't feel the urgency that they should be radiating towards you. So that's what I mean by, like, I feel like, you know, particularly like the acting, maybe even the script, whatever, isn't all that. But when it comes down to all the action aspects of this, I thought it was really good. The hand-to-hand combat was good. The gunfights were good. I thought the cinematography pertaining to it, some of these panning shots with it was really enjoyable. Definitely with some oh shit moments, like certainly some jaw-dropping moments. I mean, there's even some gore at points that I did not see coming, and the way it was handled, I was like, oh wow, that was awesome. And I thought the score throughout this entire film was really well done. That really complemented all of the action scenes really well. Now that's where the urgency was relayed. When there was a certain imminent danger, the score pertained to it, and I thought that it did. I thought it did a good job. The plot was whatever, and again, the acting was, you know what? Just never mind. We're just not going to go over that no more. I love some of the dialogue as well too, especially with the android Trent. I thought, you know, reading his caption was some of the funniest stuff in the film. Special effects was done well, as you know from the first two, very heavily on the special effect. There was times where it was done really well. There was times where some of it was man because CGI got a little wonky, little noticeable at times, and some of it looked really good to almost being practical. So like it was all over the place with it, but I thought overall, as a complete assessment, I thought this effects were done very solid, and very much on par with this franchise. I think that's the really big constant in the 3Ds is that the special effects look mostly the same and very consistent. But again, like I don't think like especially where this franchise is going, they're leaving an opportunity for a fourth film. I mean, we may get Frank Grillo to return. That may bring me back, like it got me into the door for the second one. So I could be interested in that. But like as far as like what the plot is doing overall with this franchise, I mean, I don't particularly think it's super interesting, but I do think that if you're a fan of some of these people, again, I think Lindsey Morgan from the Hundreds and the Inside Game, I think she's truly becoming into her own. I think again, as an action stuff, very high peak. But I definitely want to see more of her and given more to work with because I feel like this character probably could give us more. But if not, still for what it's worth, I thought that as the lead here of the team and really. I love the strong woman beacon that she is and presents in this film. I thought that's really done well and executed good. Big potential, and I'm definitely interested in seeing where she goes, both in her career and what she can bring along with this franchise. Also, during the credit scenes, this gag reels, I thought it was pretty cool, and also I think it's something that I had to realize too. It's like, you know what, they had a fun time filming this film, and thus that's why the film may present it the way it is. It is a very fun film. It is fun and entertainment, not too serious. And as you see by the filming, they had a good time in it. As you can see by the gag roll in the mid credits, and putting that to perspective changed my perception just a little bit about this because it's always one of those things where it's like, well, are they being serious? Are they trying to take themselves real serious? And or are they just having a good time in doing so? And that's the product that you get. And that's where I got from that. And now that's where I'm settled with that. And I'm definitely cool. But so this film is going to be releasing digitally, on demand, and in theaters, and in some drive-thrus December 18th. I actually think this might be a really cool, awesome drive-in experience, especially with the effects. This could possibly be a really good film. And then there's some comedy factors involved as well too. And I think that's always makes fit for outing for a film. So I'm very curious to see what people are going to think about this. But again, this is Skylines. Or Skyline 3, whatever you want to call it. Again, December 18th. Definitely let me know in the comments that you are interested in seeing this film, what you thought about the trailer. I mean, what do you think about this franchise and all? I mean, would you be on board for a full one? Because the door is kind of open for it, so we can see where it goes. But other than that, thank you so much for watching my review, folks, and I'll catch you all very soon.